Hello and welcome back. Today on the bench we have a 1903 Pocket Hammerless, chambered of course in 32 ACP. These were otherwise known as the Colt Model M. If you worked at Colt Manufacturing, that was the internal name for these pistols. Now this pistol right here was produced from approximately 1904 to 1905. Now this pistol was also featured on this channel with the prior camera I had, so I thought I'd reshoot this because this one has a really good example of some of the early hand craftsmanship at Colt. Now I have a book here that I wanted to show that is called A Century of Achievement from Colt for 1836 through 1936, and I have a page marked here that shows the polishing room, and this is where they polished these frames and components to get the high mirror-like finish. And of course, the more they were polished, the more mirror-like the finish became. And then I had a viewer leave a comment when I originally did this video because it has some hand stippling done in this, and the individual doubted that all the hand stippling was done by hand. Well, there was a lot of processes that they used to do by hand. And here is a picture of these gentlemen working on checkering the walnut grips. All those grips used to be hand checkered back in the day, and then they used to also do all the work on the guns, all the checkering on the pistol frames and everything else by hand. And that's just an example of what their workrooms looked like. A lot of guys doing these individual tasks that took hours. I would suppose you get a lot quicker as you be worked up through the levels of doing this. But anyway, we'll move on to the pistol now. And anyway, this pistol, like I said, is from 1904 to 1905, and we're going to look at some of the things that make this so distinguishable as an older pistol. First thing is it has the earliest variation of grips. It has these scallops here, and then the Colt name right here, and then we also have the rampant Colt in the circle standing on the globe, and then here on the frame, or excuse me, on the slide, we also have the circle and the rampant Colt. And then this slide also has the Browning's patent on it. But you can see how incredibly reflective this pistol is and what excellent shape this bluing is in. This is one of the better examples of this old bluing that I've come across. And we'll go ahead and flip it over so you can see the other side here. And here also you might want to note this has the plunge milled serrations in it, which denotes that it's a lot older. And then this pistol also has a barrel bushing. It's not yet been an integrated front barrel bushing that we see these Model M's go to later. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at the checkering that's on this. Now you can see all this hand checkering and how fine it is, and what a nice line they left as they went down here and they checkered this front strap and the trigger bow and did all this around the front. Now they didn't stop there. They went ahead and hand checkered all this grip safety on here. So just an excellent example of the hours this must have taken. You can see variations in it as you look at it. Being done by human, of course it can't be perfect, but that looks pretty darn good to me. And then here on the top of the slide, you can see where they broke right here at the line where it starts into the radius on the top of the slide, this stippling that's been done. Now this stippling, we'll get in here and see how well the camera focuses here. You can see all these little individual marks here. Hopefully we can get this to focus in there and you can really see this But that was all done by hand. And that must have taken a considerable amount of time to go along and put every one of those marks in there. Like the owner of the collection said, though, you'd be surprised once you get going how fast you could probably do that. And these are also soft enough, you can see some lines in here where they've gotten knocked down. See if I can find an example here of where they've been brushed with something or hit with something and knocked down. But anyway, there you go, an example of some of the early turn of the 20th century craftsmanship that was coming out of the Colt factory, from the example of the hand checkering and stippling to that beautiful, brilliant finish on that bluing. Alright, hope you enjoyed this short visit back to a pistol that was featured earlier on this channel. And thanks for tuning in and watching, and have a great day.